This is basically an explanation of how I improved my ability to think and how daydreaming has improved my mental ability. What I've done, because I'm maladaptive daydreaming, I've taken maladaptive daydreaming and I basically used it to create a dream world, which is basically an endless world. As I kept on daydreaming about this continuous world, my memory, my focus, and my imagination has gotten clearer and sharper. And so, basically, a brief overview of what I've created in this world. Basically, throughout my life, I've had multiple scenarios that I would think of, and these scenarios would have different main characters, and different stories. So I would eventually make a universe where the different main characters are in that specific story, in that specific scene and scenario. And I would tie each main character to that universe. And over time, I would be building each of their specific worlds and growing them individually. So I would imagine a long hallway, and each door would go into that specific universe, like a portal to that universe. And I would be able to develop the story through the perspective of that universe's main character and myself interacting with that universe. And so that's how I would be able to grow and interact and develop the story with each universe that I interacted with. And the reason why this improved my memory is because, number one, I have to remember every single detail that I put in place. The hallway where all of this is going, that requires, I wouldn't say a lot, but I'd say a decent amount of mental power, because if you ever try measuring something in your imagination, comparing the length, you would see stuff starts getting warped. If your mind is not clear enough, it would be like you're dreaming, where stuff starts changing, and it's you look at something, you look away, and when you look back, it's different. Well, when you're trying to measure something in your mental space and imagine something, you may see that same warpiness may appear over time as you're imagining something. And so, to imagine the hallway where all of the doors were, this space, the hallway is, I'd say, maybe a mile or half a mile long, or half a mile wide, and then it looks like it goes on forever. So it's a mile to half a mile wide and extremely long. The doors are about as tall as a house, and there's a marble column between each door, and then the height of the ceiling is a skyscraper high. And so remembering the measurements of all of this and not having it warp over time, like not having your brain like change details that you set in place. Like there's the doors are on one side, and then on the other side is a train. So you can get from this part of the hallway all the way down so you can reach the doors and not just walk there. As you're going further and back in the hallway, there's also these little like display panels with text on them and images with a certain section of the hallway, right? And so this would explain these group of doors, and the similar universes would be in this group, and the hallway is split up into multiple groups all the way down. And so all of those details have to be accounted for and have to be remembered, and remembered to keep them in place. And as I keep imagining this and adding more and more details, not only to the hallway itself, but to what's in the actual universes, my ability to memorize and focus on in detail has improved. Also, it's like subtle details. When you're imagining a face, every single face is different. But the little subtle details that change each face, that makes each face different, those may be hard to change or imagine clearly. And what happens when you have details at such a small scale is that your brain may fight against you. I guess it's to save energy, I guess. But putting in an extreme amount of energy on such tiny and precise details, and then zooming out from those details and trying to piece together all of the tiny details that you were sculpting with precision, and then viewing all of that from behind, from far back. And faces change. Like a person may smile, a person may frown. So you have to then take all of those tiny little details and then slightly manipulate them so it can then interact with the story. And eventually, this is what I learned, and this is why I'm doing this right now, that documentation improves the mental abilities, or kind of like solidifies them. So these are the mental processes that are improving as you're imagining these things and imagining the story and the interactions.